As we grow beyond the pure vital enjoyment of the growing child, we begin to recognize that we have demands being made upon us, subtly or overtly, from family, friends, peers, and society at large. They are expectations and pressures that come with living in a societal setting, or even just from trying to meet the internal expectations we develop within ourselves through the conditioning we have received from the time of our birth forward. As our relationships expand, these demands and pressures grow with them. Soon we find that we have obligations, and we need to work to survive and support our family. School and work pressures add to the burdens we take on, at first willingly, but later, in many cases, we feel like we are breaking under those pressures, and we yearn for a free opportunity to just be. Every relationship, every link to the world creates more demands and expectations, and at a certain point, we may feel like we are being suffocated. There was a song current in the 1960s in the USA about a man named Richard Cory. He was a successful businessman, rich, highly respected, who was envied by everyone in the town for his obvious status, the benefits of his position, his wealth, and his extraordinary fate. The people were surprised to learn that one day he went home and committed suicide. Clearly, he was oppressed even by his success and was trying to find some way out. Most people try to find small ways to escape the pressures, whether it be partaking of some kind of entertainment or taking a vacation. We see many people travel at great expense, long distances from their homes, their occupations, and their commitments, to spend a few days simply lying in the sunshine on a beach along the ocean front. When asked, they simply reply that they needed to escape all the pressures of their lives and did not want to do anything or have any responsibilities for a few days. Many people who have worked many years at a career, when they reach a stage of retirement, simply refuse to do anything, with the statement that they have worked enough in their lives. In the Bible, Jesus famously told a disciple, "Let the dead bury the dead." When the disciple wanted to return to his family home to bury his father who had recently died, the implication is that the disciple following a spiritual path needed to be liberated from the obligations and expectations of the outer world and the demands of family and religion. Prince Siddhartha lived a life of sheltered luxury, surrounded by beauty, wealth, and positive support of his family. He was being groomed to take over the management of the kingdom. At a certain point, he found out about the larger issues that plague all of mankind in our external lives: illness, suffering, old age, and death. He renounced his title, his position, and his expectations, left his family, and took up the life of a renunciate, eventually attaining liberation and teaching others as the leader known today as the Buddha. The Sanatana Dharma has a long history of recognizing and supporting the individual seeking liberation. The traditional route involved renunciation of the worldly life to focus entirely on the spiritual path to attain freedom, Mukti, from the illusion of the external world and its temptations, enticements, allurements, and rewards, all of which are part of the chain that binds the individual to the outer life. Some, like King Janaka, exemplified a more subtle form of liberation, while maintaining and carrying out the duties of their position in life. The Bhagavad Gita described the path of liberation as one of carrying out the actions one is called upon to do, but not being attached to them or the fruits of those actions. Sri Aurobindo writes, quote, The sense of release, as if from jail, always accompanies the emergence of the psychic being or the realization of the self above. It is therefore spoken of as a liberation, mukti. It is a release into peace, happiness, the soul's freedom, not tied down by the thousand ties and cares of the outward ignorant existence. End quote. Reference: Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, the Psychic Being, Soul, Its Nature, Mission, and Evolution, Section 4, The Psychic Being and Sadhana, page 112.